It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Tonight, the Brooklyn Nets playing host to the LA Clippers. The Nets able to control the tip. We're underway in Brooklyn. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
To Jordan. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
It's LA Clippers ball. Paul George. Beyond the arc for three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Knocked loose. Slams it down.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Durant across the timeline. They're down 3. Kevin Durant, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Around the perimeter to Paul George. 4-3. And Paul George, not sure why they left him that wide open. Takes advantage. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
And Kawhi Leonard buries the 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Irving to Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper off the mark. Jared Allen tips it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Durant with the basketball up top. Down 5. And Kyrie Irving, odds are he hits that 9 times out of 10. Wide open 3 is good.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the 3.
George, he made his first effort, but not that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
First foul in the final 2 minutes. Substitutions, Brooklyn. Into the game for Los Angeles, number 23, Louis Williams.
Irving, the pass taken away by the Clippers. Leonard. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
Beverly into the front court. 2-point advantage. George can't go down. Smothering defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Fires the 3. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Beverly into the front court. Lead is 2. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. To Irving. From the painted area, won't go down.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Number 13, Paul George.
Nets have the basketball. Defense making the ball carrier work. Curling inside. Final shot of the period, no good. He couldn't get it to drop. Horn sounds ending the first quarter. On to the second quarter. Jay, I don't know if we're going to see quite that level of offensive production that we saw to start this one.
If anything on this game, Ed, you have to expect the unexpected. When players have range that extend outside the gymnasium, we're going to get a chance to watch something special.
Williams, not done yet. Swings it to Beverly. LA with 4 to shoot. Leonard. Smothering D. To Durant. Flushes it home.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Paul George. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
To Durant. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Can't connect from in close. Leonard. Count it. Three-pointer is good. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Paul George. He's now 4 for 6.
The assist from number 21, Patrick Beverly.
Kevin Durant with the rock. Took it down the lane, but it's no good.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
To Durant. Knocked loose. Durant. Won't go down. Strong finish for Paul George.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Changes coming from both sides right now. KD with the rock.
Number 11,
Drives, but a shot won't go down. Leonard. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Durant. That's good D. Shot no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Slam dunk. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Good look that time, but off the mark. To Leonard. Oh, emphatic slam. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Shot from the lane won't go. Kawhi Leonard matched up with Durant. And a putback slam.
Not really known for attacking the glass, but I like that hustle. We need to see more of that.
Now the Nets going to take a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Irving brings the ball up court. To Durant. Oh, he had him there for a second. Short jumper stays out.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
To Durant. And he'll head to the line.
Oh, you got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
Joe Harris has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 77% at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Leonard. He continues to light it up from downtown. 5 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and what's shocking, Ed, is that he's gotten so many open looks. Look, stay down in the stance, stay disciplined, stop losing him, stay attached to his hip, and force him to put the ball on the ground off those curls and finish over your bigs.
Leonard. That no good off the mark. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Kyrie. Shot won't go.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports report. Jalen. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. LA Clippers with the basketball. Leonard, he engulfed him that time.
Give the defense some credit here. He killed them in the first half, driving and scoring at will. But now, it's lockdown time.
George. Kevin Durant rejects it.
Ooh, he blocked that with authority.
Knocked loose. Couple of cracks at the line now.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
Patrick Beverley, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 76% from the line. And gets both to drop at the line. Here's Irving into the front court. His guys down big to Durant. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
George, no good. That's great defense.
He had such a great first half, but obvious adjustments were made defensively to shut him down, and now he's really starting to struggle.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. Count the bucket for 2.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Brooklyn's got it. Take stock of the floor. Durant to the basket, but he can't finish. To George. Another chance. Beverley to Leonard. Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit. To Durant. Ah, the monster stuff. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Kyrie across the timeline. Down a bundle. And score. Strong take.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
George. Man, that was a tough shot.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip, and when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
To Paul George. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
2 minutes left in the third quarter.
To Leonard. For 3. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Sacrificing everything for the loose ball. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Straight on look. To Irving. Lets it fly from long range. You know Kyrie. Zero hesitation. Buries it for 3.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Substitutions, LA.
JaMychal Green against KD. George. Message received. Well defended.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Lou Williams. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
To Durant. Missed a wide open look. Over the line. Backcourt violation. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
The drive right to the basket. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Third quarter comes to an end. It's been all Clippers so far. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the fourth quarter, and they've really had very little go right for them on either end of the floor.
Remember that old line, your attitude determines your altitude? Well, when you see dejected faces on the sideline, that poor body language gave you an impression that they had no chance to win this game.
Durant buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
From long range, well defended. Oh, a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
DeAndre Jordan, that's his second personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Fires the three. Great defense, forcing the miss. Brooklyn with the basketball to Durant. And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Irving. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Durant across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
Don't play scared now. Let's push the ball. Let's get this lead up.
Had a good look there, but it's no good. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it. It's a three.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
And a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Subbing in for number 8, Spencer Dinwiddie.
Irving had made his first three, but that shot off the mark. Leonard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Kevin Durant has it. To Jordan. Driving right to the basket. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. To Leonard. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Defense, making the ball handler work. Irving, bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Strong finish for Paul George. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
George. Offensive rebound. Harkless to George. Going to launch beyond the arc. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
George, he's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Durant. Won't go. Jordan. To Dinwiddie. Irving. It's no good. Shots not going down. George. And the rebound comes down to Jordan. To Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Whoa! What a finish! Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. You've got to get that one to go. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
That misses with 3 seconds left. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.